OK, so this story is dominating most of the front pages. Lewis, we're going to start with the Sunday Express. What have they got?
It says angry pensioners, pre-budget warning to Hunt, cut tax or lose the grey vote.
What is the grey vote?
The grey vote is people like me and our audience members, like old people. Like
so ageist.
It is. It's basically, this is a non-story because but you think this is the Jeremy Hunt he's backtracking on cutting taxes by 2%,
and this is income tax.
This is income tax, and it was supposed to cut the national insurance, I believe.
Yes,
which old people don't pay anyway. You get over 65 years old.
So the point is that effectively the Tories have to be courting their traditional voting base, which is the older people.
Yeah.
And if they lose them, they have no chance whatsoever anyway.
Yes, that's in all things being equal. But we're living a time right now where the other side has so many negatives going against them. Mm-hmm. If they think that they need to cut the taxes 2% to get people to vote for the Conservatives, then they're in la-la land.
Joe, does it feel a bit desperate? Because I keep hearing these things about Tories keep throwing out these policies, changing their minds, trying to court the vote. Haven't they just lost at this point?
I think they have, yeah. I think they've had enough time, haven't they, to help people. I think these over 65s, I read so many stories and, like, they're really struggling.
Yes,
you know
they
what I
are.
mean? They're really struggling. Fuel poverty, food poverty. I mean, yeah. We need to be looking after our over 65s, don't we?
Yeah, of course we do. And of course the heating bills at the moment are not very good.
Wait a second.
Well, that wasn't aimed at Lewis, was it?
The audience doesn't think that I'm over 65.
Okay.
No, because you've been telling people on Twitter that you're 40.
Yeah, and you know what? They believe it because English people look so horrible. I mean...
It's true.
I mean, don't point at me when you say that. I mean, look, I do think I think you're absolutely right, you know, and heating bills are particularly bad. It's interesting because I saw a poll about traditional Conservative voters are even turning away from the Tories. You know, they have to convince their own voters to vote for them. So they have no chance with the floating voters, do they?
Yeah, you're right, but my personal feeling is it's not for that reason. I don't think that I don't know these Tory voters. I don't speak to many people, English people. I'm not interested. but I think regular people would like a 2% cut. But right now, there's mass immigration, there's the boats, there's riots in the street.
You think these things are going to be more important when it comes to the general election?
I do, and I'd like to hear what Joe thinks. She doesn't notice that the other things are like...
Because isn't it right, Joe, that normally it's the economy and normally it's money that people go out to actually vote for?
I think people have worked their whole lives and put all their savings into whatever their homes, and they're looking to retire and have a good life, like towards the end of their life, not all this worry. And I don't know that they are thinking about the boats and all that. I think they're thinking about how do I heat my home, put food on the table, and provide care for my elderly husband, or, you know.
Shouldn't we be looking after the eldest in society? Isn't that the sign of a civilised society?
It is, but who's going to pay for it? And the fact is that these old people, nothing personal, and I'm including myself in it, they're bankrupting the country.
So what would you say? At the age 60, you just have to walk off a cliff?
I think there's a movie about that. Is it Midsummer?
I think there is.
Yeah.
What a grim idea.